Good morning, family. It's good to see everybody this morning. Good morning to our online family. As stated, I'm Dr. Kamisha Chambers. I have the privilege of serving as the founder of Refuge Trauma Recovery Institute, which is a partnership between For Carice and Zion Global Ministries. There is a story of an individual in the Bible who is seriously mentally ill. We know of this person and that of King Saul. We see that in the Bible where it talks about the evil spirit, the spirit of the Lord has departed and an evil spirit has come upon him. That spirit, if he was recognized in this day and age, he would be classified as bipolar or schizophrenic, something along those lines. And so there were a lot of challenges that he had. And so we know what happened in that text, and one of the servants that was around him indicated, we really want a skilled musician to come in and render some music to help in this moment. And so wanting to just uplift the power of music and why it is so transformative in our lives. How many of us engage with music on a daily basis? Oh, I see claps, I see hands being raised and everything. Has music helped you? Music helps in so many ways. When we talk about music and why it is so important, there's a thing that happens when you hear certain sounds and tones because it connects with certain cells and organs. Music music immediately works with the temporal lobe, which is responsible for processing information. Then it also works with the limbic system, which is responsible for our emotions and all of that kind of processing. So you're talking about taking in music, taking in information, your emotions are connecting. Now you understand why you feel better when certain songs are being played. Now you understand why you're being healed in real time. Now you understand why there's chills that go down your spine when you listen to a certain song, why you cry, why you emote, why you have all kinds of things that's happening because there is a brain chemical and moment exchange that's happening when you're listening to music. So when Saul was in the presence of David and David's music therapy, why it helped him is because of the fact that it was a mental illness that he was dealing with, but music impacts the same areas of the brain that trauma and mental illness impacts. When you put music in front of a person, it either lessens or it dissipates the impact of the traumatic wound altogether. So I go back to last week when we emphasized why we say, forsake not the assembly. Another piece of not forsaking that, and this is my last piece. There was a study that was done where it talked about a person, how they engage differently with live music versus recorded music. When you are in the presence of live music, there's an exchange that's happening with the musician and with the singers, as well as the audience who's being on the receptive side. You can increase your tones and your melodies and your rhythms. You can change different sounds to connect with the moment and with the people in that particular moment, which is different than a recorded space. Your brain is always connected with music. When you think about a particular song, you are producing something called neutrophils, which help you fight off infections. So you're strengthening your immune system. You are also changing the impact of trauma in your brain. You are strengthening cells and organs when you listen to music. So music has healing properties that go beyond just, I like the sound of this, I like the beat. It's actually healing, and God knew that. So when you want to talk about why these moments in church hold so much weight, I want to do an example with you all. And online family, please feel free to chime in. If music has had some level of impact in your life, I invite you to stand. I see hands raised in the back. And I want you to think about why music holds so much weight in your life And I'm gonna ask my grandmom to come up and render a quick selection for us so you can engage in the song and get your healing going before the beautiful choir starts.